Okay, so we will be solving the today's lead code problem of the day. Delete characters to make fancy string. A fancy string is a string where no three consecutive characters are equal. Given a string is delete the minimum possible number of characters from it to make it fancy. So it defines the fancy string as the string in which any of the three consecutive characters not repeat, right? So like here, 3e repeated, right? So it means it is not a fancy string, right? So I have to remove one of the three E's, then it would be fancy, right? Because then no any character repeats three consecutive times. Here, three A repeats, right? So I have to remove one of the A, and also in the end also there are four A repeats. So I have to remove any of the two of the four A's, right? So the final fancy string would be AABAA, right? Okay, so I have to remove three characters from the second example, and from the first example I have to remove one character. uh, we have to remove the minimum possible number of characters, right? So if this statement not present into the problem statement, then we can also remove an empty string, right? Because it would always follow the rest of the condition three times consecutively. So okay, the same string would be returning. So a simple problem statement, and so what and how I can solve this problem? That's a brute force solution. I have to traverse over the given string in often time, right? It will take often time, and I will be counting the consecutive elements, and yeah, I can count that. Like I start with 0, not 0, but I can start with 1, and the string I can take as answer, that would be answer equals to um, the first character. Yeah, the first character will always be included into the answer. Okay, so if I include the first character, then can I add one e? Yes, of course I can add one e, right? Again, now the second index again have e, then I can also remove that e also. Then the third index again in. So this time I can't add into my answer because the two previous characters are also the e. So that would break the condition. So I will remove the third e, right? Okay, so I will be moving to the fourth index, that would be t. So yeah, add t. Now c, I can add c, o, d, e. So this will be the answer. Let's traverse the second example. Yeah. So I can take initially one a, right? Now second first index have again a. I can add because the counter is just two, right? Of the same a, right? Again a, so I will not be going to add the third a. So we'll skip that and add b. Then I can again add a because the previous element is now b, and this time a has the counter one. Okay, I can add the second a also. Now I am at index second last index. So I can not add a again because then it would be uh, three consecutive A in the answer. That is not possible. So I will skip the third A. Now again A. So I have to again skip the fourth A also because it would again lead to the um, invalid string, right? So this would be the final answer, right? So basically we have to um, whenever I found a repeated character as the previous character, then I would increment the counter, right? And whenever counter reaches to 3 or more than 3, then I will continue continue the condition that okay, from this condition you should not go forward and just skip the current character and move to the next character, right? So it's a basic programming of the language. This type of problem people solve when they are learning the any of the language, either C or C++, Java, Python, any of them. It's okay. So I first initializes the size variable with the length method and method or function basically. So okay, initializes the answer with the empty string, and I added the first character because it will be always be included into the answer. Counter variable with one, and yeah, traverse the loop, right? So I will be starting the loop with the first index because I have already included the zeroth index, right? So I will be checking the current element with the previous element, right? So the previous element would be si minus one, and the current would be the si. So if they are equal, then I will increment the counter, right? So if I'm at index 1, then it would be a matches with a, then um, yeah, then counter would be 2, right? And it's not equals to or greater than 3, so I will not skip from this condition. I will come to this statement and I will include into the answer, right? So answer would be AA. All right. Now if I'm index, so I'm basically try running the second example, right? A B A. Okay. Now I'm at index 2, right? So basically it's this. So the counter would be 3, and now this time this condition meets. So I will skip. I will uh, I will from this statement itself I will move to the fourth third index basically, right? So third index is, so I will skip this, and yeah. So I will, now this third index is B. Now B doesn't matches with A, right? So this would not be going to execute. This condition would be true now. So I will again initialize the counter with 1, and I will move to this statement where I will add B into my answer, right? Again from if I'm at index 4, that is A. Now this time counter doesn't be true, so we will move to this condition again, and the counter will again equals to 1, and I will add into the answer A, right? Okay, again A. So this time it matches the previous character, so I would uh, increase the counter. It will be true, this condition will be false, and I will again come to this statement and add A into my answer. Now I move to the next index. This is A. Now this time again matches the previous element, so counter would be 3. This condition is true. Now I will be skipping from this statement itself and move to the last index, that is A. A again matches the previous element, so uh, counter would be as the previously it is 3. So it again this statement will be true, and I have to skip again. So yeah, this would be the final answer. Hope this is very much clear to you. Just a simple straightforward solution, straightforward for the straightforward problem statement. Thank you.